Hi everyone, welcome back to Napoleon Total War. Here we are, early July 1808. Thank you very much for all your comments and all your requests and suggestions of what we should do. And there were some people asking, could I oblige them? And yeah, you know what, if money dictates, then yes we can. One of them was to get Oxford College upgraded to a university, improve our research speed and all the good stuff. And the other thing was to... was it to get a barracks up in Scotland so we can get men in kilts, which seem to be very popular. To do that, I'm wondering if we need to knock down one of these magistrates or the Opera House, which could be a bit of a challenge. So we'll put a hold on that one for now. And the other suggestion was, well, one of the other suggestions was, if we are going to start a ruckus up here, then we do need our naval fleet to protect Great Britain and our trade routes, which you're absolutely correct. We will start ferrying some ships and building some more shipping up around the home fleet to try and keep Gran Britannia safe from harm. And a good suggestion was to get a random region and then offer it to Prussia as a swap for Hanover, maybe some cash as well, maybe selling some technology as well, anything to stop going to war with such a powerful nation, which is something we could definitely do. So I think maybe Denmark is probably in the firing line, unfortunately for them. We'll try and take maybe here, Oldenburg and Frisia. Maybe we'll knock this nation out. They're allied with the Dutch, and they're trading with Prussia. Now, the Dutch, or the Batavian Republic, seems to be very small at this point. They're not really achieving much. So maybe we hit Holland. We'll hit Holland and then move into Frisia and maybe offer these to Prussia as a swap deal for Hanover. I've also got the Mecklenburg, small nation here. And maybe they are one we could potentially... Who are they? They are friendly with Denmark and Prussia. Okay, so that wouldn't achieve much. We'd just get some friction early, wouldn't we? Okay. Well, we can ponder that and think through that as we go. We had taken Torino last time, and we bumped into the Swiss, and the French are on retreat by the looks of it. They got French territory in Venice, and they've also got Corsica. Now, the other option, of course, is we're already at war with France, and France are on the back foot. Do we just go and try and wipe France out full stop? Will that bring an end to the game because it's Napoleon? I'm not sure. But that's the other thing. We could take Corsica, we could take Venice, and they could potentially be trade nations for the actual two we need. I doubt Denmark's going to give Denmark up. I'm fairly skeptical if Prussia is going to give up Hanover, but you can only ask the question, can't you? You can only ask the question. We do need another territory anyway, so I'm wondering, we'll continue to pursue the French. Corsica and Venice. I don't think they've got any other territories. Naples, is that an independent kingdom still? Oh, okay. There's Naples. Who are they friendly? Oh, they're friendly with quite a few people, us included. We're allies. Okay, they're at war with the French. Yeah, that's why we're allies. Okay, we'll leave Naples for, for a moment, because, they've got I guess Vesuvius this would be Vesuvius, wouldn't it? Mount Vesuvius volcano. Must be. That's just outside Naples, where Pompeii and Herculaneum are. Yeah. Okay. Right, so we've also got, we've also got a French ship in one of our ports, which is going to stop that trading. And we need to get our fleet back. So, where are our fleets? Who's this? Is this Nelson? Yes, there's Nelson's fleet. Where's the other fleet then? Is that in port somewhere? Ah, it's here. Okay. let's bring that fleet out and head over here. Oh, they're out of movement for this time. Okay, and that army's on the move as well. Cool. Okay, I think we know where we are. We know where we stand. It's just time to move forward. And in late July 1808, technology advance. Plateways. Plateways are iron tracks that allow more efficient transportation of ore or coal, increasing a mine's output. Wonderful. The next technology research is abolition of slavery. The drill school has finally been completed. How long has that taken? It's felt like years. But we can start doing some military research now. We've got some troops deployed. Fencibles in there. Piedmont, L'Egulier. I don't know. 6-pounder horse artillery in France. Some foot in France. Some fencibles in Provence. And that's all good and groovy. So, these fencibles there, that's because we were moving this army out, weren't we? That's why the fleet was there. We were going to do a raid on Corsica. Okay. Let's move them into position. Embark them on the ship. And that can be ready to sail. Meantime, these fencibles are going to be the garrison here, and hopefully that should... Yes, they are happily able to keep that town under control, which is good. Now, this army, we were marching north, weren't we? Although, we could march it through to Stuttgart and attack there. Which I like the idea of. I'm going to march that to Stuttgart to try and hit that French territory there. And over here, who have we got here? Fencibles. Well, we're obviously looking to move this army out soon as well. Good, right, so first of all, let's get the research facility up to a classical university, as I said I would moments ago. And we can have a look at our research. Now, because Orleans, they were going to do abolition of slavery, but we've got some more technology. So we got carcass shot. Enables carcass shot for experimental howitzers, and obviously experimental howitzers unlock. We've got grand battery. 5% bonus to artillery accuracy enables artillery barrage. That sounds quite good. Field ambulances. 4% to replenishment rates on all your regions. That's quite good. And conscript infantry tactics. -8 recruitment costs for militia across the regions. +1 to militia morale. So that's quite nice. And if we get a military hang on, does that unlock? That enables a military academy. Let's get that one done. And then we can unlock that, and then we can get rifles, and then we can get Sharp's 96th. Which I'm quite excited about, as you can probably tell. So Oxford's now being changed from a college up to a university. We've got 2 classical universities going as well. So that's where we're headed with that. Of course, we could upgrade these mines now. We've got the plateways, which makes them more efficient, and we've got the steam engine, which helps them do things more. I know that's really well instructed there, wasn't it? Let's get some proper roads built in Scotland to begin with, and we'll increase the ports. I'm spending all my money very quickly, but commercial port upgrades are never a bad thing. I may also lay down... What do we got there? The Razzie. What's the Razzie? The Razzie is a type of strongly built frigate created by cutting the top deck off a ship of the line. That sounds quite funky. So what's the firepower? 170. So it's about the same as a 5th rate then. It's got 48 guns, and yet its firepower is not as much. But its hull strength is almost double. Quite like that. How much is that? That's 1,000 or 1,080. The same price. You can get a 50-gun 4th rate, which looks actually hull strength is similar. 1,430 to 1,200. Okay, it's not quite as strong. So you're looking at a third-rate sort of hull strength with 64 guns, but a lot more firepower. Let's get a fourth-rate put in there, and that'll match up with the fleet we've already got over here, because this is quite lightweight. So, yeah, I may bring Nelson up to the from the Mediterranean up to the UK, and we'll keep this fleet as the Mediterranean fleet under Cornwallis. Right, let's sail for Corsica. And we'll drop the troops off there in the bay. Have they got any? No, they didn't have any movement points.
Ship sail on water, my lord. At the ready. Prepare the troops for battle.
Right, they'll move down to engage that settlement, and then we'll move the fleet up here, and we'll get this chap over here, or this unit over here, and when ready we'll push them out into the sea, and the Cornwallis fleets can deal with them. Right, meantime, Spy, why don't you head over to Venice and see what's going on over there?
Ready and waiting for orders.
It's a Swiss town. I've got a classic university there. Florence. Oh, nice. So Venice seems to be quite heavily defended, as you would expect. Do you have the... Ooh, infiltration is not great. Okay, just kind of... yeah, infiltrate the port. There we go. So Percy Blakeney is in the port, spying on port issues. I know. He's just trying to keep him so we can keep visibility of that area while we get that army ready to deploy next time. Okay, everything's looking okay here. Our fleets are doing well. How's little Gibraltar? Going fine, I think. Quite the army there still. We've got the ports defended. Madrid under Matthew Darby Griffith. We could probably... How is Madrid? Are they warm to us? Yeah, they're fairly warm. We could probably move some of that army out, although it's not really worth it. We could probably move the general and the gun and the horse out and get them into a new army. Or should we just leave him as the governor of Spain for the moment? Perhaps that's wise. Right, meanwhile, Arthur Wellesley is no longer in Paris. Where is he? He's moved over to Picardy Williams, of course. He was never in Paris. Well, he was, but not for a long time. That Michael Stoll's ground, wasn't it? Michael's over here.
Yes.
On the border, and Strasbourg is Prussian now. So we're going to try and nip through here, and then that way. Or actually, would it be quicker to go that way? Do we need to ask for some permission to cross their land? Possibly. Let's see if Prussia would be willing to open negotiations. I say, could we have some military access? I would like 5 turns worth. Is that okay? Does not give its agreement lightly or foolishly, therefore no and no again. That's very disappointing, Frederick Wilhelm III. Maybe if we offered some cash, that might have helped the situation, but... Okay, they're not prepared to give us military access. We might just have to stomp across their land and hope they don't notice. Although I'm pretty sure they'll go, do you want to go to war? And I'll go, no, thank you. And in early August 1808, more technological advance. Mass production. The system for making items in huge quantities, where manufacturing is no longer dependent on the skills of the individual craftsman. So this will annoy the lower classes, because obviously that's what they used to get skilled up at, doing these things. And a 6-pounder horse artillery has been recruited in France. And ancillary gained Horatio Nelson, the Admiral. 10% top speed to ships in battle. Aye, aye, sir. Able seaman. Nice. Let's get Nelson... Well, it's not going to be in battle, but let's go up the Portuguese coast. In the meantime, let's get old Drieberg here to march on the town.
Rats in a cage.
Rats in a cage, he says. Henry de la Borde, or something like that. Lots of militia, no guns, and armed citizenry. Armed citizenry, he says easily. We've got 1587. They've got 1938. But yeah, I think we just push the battle with our cannon. Okay, here we are then. Our battle square is... it's not too bad. On the road. A bit of a lip there. Maybe we should just put all the guns here. We've got one of the guns there. Let's move them back for a second. Right. Actually, just take a step back. It's slightly higher ground here.
Battery reporting.
And what we can do is get that deployed. Boom.
Battery reporting.
Get the other guns there.
Cannon ready, sir.
Should we just go for a grand barrage? That over there. So be these guys. These guys will get. They're kind of running out of good space there. Maybe here.
Yes, sir. Troop, unlimber.
Right. We won't blast the backs off our own troops, so we'll move them
Yes, sir.
and get these two guys to we'll go over there.
Yes, sir.
They're all standing on the road, but let's see if they can just take a little bit of an angled step back, and they can kind of use the woodland and the scrubland as a bit of cover. Oh, hello. Hang on. We can go up here. Oh. That's an odd-shaped battlefield, isn't it? Deployment? Right. Guns. I think we'll have two lots of guns up here, I think. Oh, yes, sir, please. Oh, yes. I like that. I like that a lot. And I will just keep this gun here.
Like horse artillery.
To give them something to aim at as well. There we go. You go there.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Happy days. You come a little bit closer.
Yes, sir.
Got the cavalry on that flank. Got lots of cavalry on this flank.
Orders.
Get that nicely up there. We'll have this infantry just to give those guys some protection. Actually, I'll put them on this side. And I may march these guys up to kind of form a diagonal there. Right! Let the battle begin! You guys. Form a diagonal there. There.
General staff.
Good. Right. They're being hammered from the guns over here. If they want to come this way, there's 3 units of cavalry to discourage them. Okay, they are on the march. Prepare everything. Right, you guys take a step forward. You spread out a little bit more. I mean, see the actual number of troops they've got is more than us, so they can spread them out a little bit more, but that's okay. Let's get our cavalry moving out over here. And likewise, we're spread over quite a wide area. Cavalry moving over there. Right, guns, switch to canister shot. Switch to canister shot. Right. Right, this is all citizenry, so we'll hit these. So if you concentrate your fire on maybe this one, and you on this one. These ones we're going to hit with the cavalry. And you go for the one I didn't point out. Okay, brilliant. Right. Cavalry. Hopefully the cavalry should be okay. Get them to attack them. Guns. I hope the cavalry can finish these off without being blown apart by our own artillery. Right. Charge into the back of them. No, don't fire that way. Follow my orders. Right, there, finish them off. You come back here. Fire point blank range. There we go. Right, artillery, sorry, switch over there.
Cannon ready, sir. Orders.
The line's holding well. We've got the cavalry there doing well.
Glorious victory, sir, is soon to be yours.
Right, I think they're broken. Ignore them. Come back over here. We'll get you to charge another one. Right, they're breaking. Right, guns. Hold for the moment. Do not shoot my own troops. Hit them. Hit them hard. We've got the general here still. Guns. Target the general. Right, we'll get that cavalry to charge the general. In the meantime, we'll get all other to charge in.
We have killed their general, sir. Now
Brilliant,
they
well
must
done.
break.
Let's try and finish them off. Right, ignore them now. Go for these. Go for the masses. What we don't want to do, they've got some spikes up here, so do not charge into them. That would be a disaster. Well, we just got to stop them reforming. Ah, the battle is over. I think they should just melt away now that they are basically defending a town. So we'll end the battle there. Heroic though it was. We are mighty and unbound, he says. George Dreyberg got another victory under his command. I'm surprised he's only 4-star. I thought that pumped up a little bit by now. He lost 197 troops. The French lost 1,938, the entire army. Wow. We have 1,390. There are no more French troops remaining. So Corsica falls under our jurisdiction. We will peacefully occupy. We could get the 4 grand, but we'll peacefully occupy. And another territory falls under our control. One more step in the defeat of France. And here we go. As we were talking, George de Dreyberg, General, steady under fire, +1 to morale in battles. I say those chaps over there mean to kill us. What absolute rotters. Shall we have at them? Ah, when language is beautiful. Right, region captured Corsica. Brilliant. What we got going on here? How is Corsica with us here? They're not particularly fond of us, but they're not... I think the army's holding it all together. 100% Catholic. Okay, that's not quite us, but there we go. We could get a court of justice, which will be +3 to repression in the area, 15% bonus to region tax, and recruit capacity. Let's do that. Try and get this under control, and we've got a dockyard here. Ooh. Now we'll hold off that for the moment. Right.
Where to, Captain?
Let's send you up there.
We are a fleet, not an army.
Yes. I'm not asking you to go on land. Was it too shallow? Was that the problem?
Ship's
Right.
orders,
With them in position, let's get them to push that French. How did they got some sort of teleportation? Fine. We'll sail down the sea and get them. So here we go. William Cornwallis's fleet versus Pippin Lane's. He's in a merchant ship. Oh, this doesn't feel fair. But let's have at him. Okay. Let's set sail. We've got the Agincourt, the Admiral's flagship, leading the way, followed by the Victoria, 122 gun first rate, Piggott, 106 gun first rate, Shannon, 80 gun third rate, Temeria, 38 gun fifth rate, and Andalusia for 38 gun. Nice. Right. So let's have a look at Pippin over here. Poor old Pippin. All that they gave him was a merchant ship. Now, fair play to him. He's sailing towards the fight. You know, you've got to give him a little bit of respect for that, even though he's about to be slaughtered. He could cause a little bit of pain for us, you know. He could do something. I'm trying to think what, but, you know, stranger things have happened. His ship may catch fire, then he may sail directly for one of our first rates and blow it up. It's happened. It has happened. But for now, we'll just sail on. Should we try and capture this ship? Not that fast, to be honest. So what she's going to do is open up her guns, what she's got, into the Agincourt, and then Victoria, who's behind her, can just have an absolute barrage without any fear of reply. Okay, let the battle commence. The first few bow chasers have been fired, but the broadsides are about to be triggered. A few more bow chasers, and here comes the Victoria. Now this should get tasty. There goes the Marines having their sharpshooters, picking off the French sharpshooters. Jeez, look at that, they're leaving bits and pieces of themselves all over the sea. Alright, let's bring the fleet around. Oh, it doesn't get any better for Pippin. Here comes the Piggott, who I believe is just going to absolutely finish her off. We've got nothing left to give. Yep. Yep, she's got to be sinking after that. There's no hull left. Look, she's going straight down. She's going straight down. Yeah, there she goes. Heroic victory. Not really. I'm not going to take that as a heroic victory. Sorry.
Oh, victorious!
We are victorious. And there we go. That ship has been sunk. We could have, I suppose, captured it. Either redeployed it or then sold it. But sometimes it's nice just to get all out, isn't it? Get your frustrations out and just kill things. He says. That sounds quite yeah, never mind. Anyway.
Make ready!
So, Corsica is now ours. We could potentially go over here and put Venice under a blockade. But what I will do, I'll just bring them down here.
On our way, Captain.
And make sure we can patrol our waters and keep things safe. Sardinia, I think we're friendly with, so I don't particularly want to give them a hard time. Do we send Nelson? Yeah, Nelson's gone as far as he can do. Now.
Sir!
Yes, they're not going to allow us over their land, which is a bit annoying. So if I do try and... no, it's just not going to let me.
Can't do it, sir.
I suppose we could request military again. Yeah, let's request military access again. Offer 5, yeah, and let's how much cash we got? We've got 5,000, right? Can we present them a gift? Yeah, let's present them some finest china as well. Most generous gift. Oh, but okay. I didn't do that particularly well. Let's try that again. And let's give them... God, I just wasted so much money. There we go. No! Prussia, you are making this very difficult. I just gave you some finest china, for heaven's sake. What more could a... Switzerland. Okay, this is going to be a bit of a long shot. Would you consider giving me military access? Unacceptable. Okay. What about if I gave you some money? Now that's a different story altogether, isn't it? Otherwise, I'm just going to have to declare war on you. Who are you allies with? Ottoman Empire, France, and Papal States. Oh, sod it. I don't really care that much, Switzerland. Just gonna... Oh, we've got to go this way, have we? Okay.
Not possible, sir.
Declare war. Should we ask anyone to come in for the battle? No, let's not. Let's not. So we've declared war, Papal States and France. Should we go and capture Rome? The Papal States fancy a bit of a fight. Who are the Papal States? Because we're not Catholic, are we? We're Protestant, so we don't really care. At war. Oh, they're only allied with the Swiss. Oh, I think we're going to take the Papal States and Rome. That'll be a bit of a call for the. I suppose the Catholic countries were the big Catholic countries were France and Spain, wouldn't we? We've already wiped out Spain, and France is not too far behind. So yeah, maybe Papal States is next. I like that. And of course, we could then march this army on to Milan. Yes. It's not going to upset Prussia because Prussia are already at war with them. So that's a thing. That works out quite well. Right. Good. We could get an equestrian estate in Norfolk or Suffolk. -9 to recruitment the cost of cavalry in this region. -1 to recruitment cost of cavalry in all your regions. 200 wealth. That's quite nice. What else do we got? Here in Wales. How is Wales? Is that still... Ooh. We do need a little bit more repression, so I might... Yeah, we might upgrade that. Right. Grade estates, we get farming estates. -1 happiness to industrial lower classes because of the industrialization. +400 regional wealth. Is that 200? Is it? I can take it 200. Yeah, so it's going to be an additional 200 wealth. +5% to the replenishment rate in the region. It was at 3. That's a good one. But if I have a look at my map, Wales could potentially be a problem. So I'm going to have to go boring and take that. And that's our money spent. But that should keep the suppression of the Welsh. What am I saying? As a Welshman, what am I saying? But just for this area, I think that's probably a wiser investment of time and money. Ulysses Turpin continues to be our president. Sounds weird, doesn't it? So yeah, most of France don't like us, but that's all. They're not overly fond of us, but the rest of it has gone really well. Really quite pleased, actually. Ministers, there we go. Who's our Prime Minister? Guy Dimbleby. Okay. 70% popularity for the government. Wow. Okay. Perfect. Right, I think that's what we can do for this time. Got the army moving there. That army's holding still, keeping all these in check. We've got... God, there's a lot of Prussian armies around. That's ultimately where we want to get to with this army. Not really worried about this town. Prussia can have that, but if we can get that one. And maybe Milan as well. Right, how is Torino in terms of... okay. Let's get that army to recover, and then we'll get some... Well, we do have 1 unit of fencibles. We'll get a couple of unit of fencibles in there, and that army can then march on to Milan. Yes, okay. Plans change, they seem. And in late August 1808, army sabotaged Ian Buford, Genoa. Sabotaged by Gottfried Hoffmann. Your army has been misled. Okay. Fine. They were just defending the port anyway, so that makes no real difference, but that's fine. Anyway, cobbled streets have been built in Dublin and in Glasgow. Oh, and in London, I beg your pardon. I was expecting it to be Glasgow, because that's why I put it requesting a few days ago. In Paris, a drill school has been created, and steam-pumped gold mine in Pays d'Oc has been completed. A spy network has been established by William Wickham in Stuttgart. Excellent. And what's this? Ancillary gained. William Cornwallis, our admiral. -5 upkeep costs for all naval units. Excellent. And -1 to morale in battles. Expert purser. What others term short rations, I call prudence. Okay, so yeah. An old weevil-ridden bread biscuit rather than a nice bit of beef or something. Yeah, okay. Right, that's being recruited. That's going well. They're still recruiting. Let's get some more fencibles churned out as part, which will leave as the garrison of that town. Let's get Nelson moving up the Portuguese coast. All looking well there. Now, this is getting interesting. Now, the Prussians actually attacked this French town. As you can see, they're in tatters and they've moved away. So that's interesting. Meantime, here's our army trying to sneak through the woods. It's a bit slow going, but if we, I suppose if we can get onto the road, it'd be. I suppose we could always attack this town now that Prussia's left. There's a French army here. Jean-Baptiste Bresiers. I'm sure we've seen him before. And there's a French army here. Guillaume, Maria Anne Brunet. Oh. Anyway, he's going past Milan. Hopefully we'll be ready to go towards Milan shortly. Let's just have a little recon of the Papal States. Oh, that's quite a big army there. And obviously the Swiss Guard. That's probably why they didn't like our attack of Switzerland. This is all Swiss territory as well.
Ship's orders received.
Let's go up the coast. What's that? Classical University.
Ship's
Okay.
orders.
Florence. Yeah, we have seen that before, haven't we? Right, we got a spy here. Have you got it in you, Sir Percy? That's a really low chance of success. What we got here, though? There is a unit here. He hasn't worked out what it is yet, so I'll leave him there to spy on that a little bit longer. We've got iron mine here. Currently making 100 wealth. We could make 200 wealth. Plus -6 recruitment costs to all land units in this area. That's quite nice. Yeah, I might get that one, which we didn't get last time. Maybe the stables, I'm not sure. Having a look around here. Yeah, maybe we can get some farms built here and help improve the money there as well. Okay, that's probably enough. What's this? It's a logging camp. That brings in 75 gold. -3 to recruitment of naval units. -10 cost to the construction of buildings. Okay, let's chance getting a logging camp increase as well. Save us a little bit of money in the long term. Okay. Fine. I think we're all good. We've got the army moving up through here. We've got one of the fleets coming around there. We've taken Corsica. We've got our eyes on... Well, now that we're at war with Swiss, we could maybe take Milan and then go to Venice. Because I've got a funny feeling, you know, Stuttgart isn't going to be there. And it'll be kind of on its own out there, won't it? But it would be good, because if Prussia wants Stuttgart, if we could take Stuttgart, then we could offer it them for Hanover. As suggested earlier. Maybe that's... It's a bit of a long shot, but sometimes you just got to make the offer and see what they go with, haven't you? So, yeah. And there's also... I've got a question. Once we complete our objectives... which we're literally 2 regions away from, Hanover and Denmark. We capture those 2 units. We've completed our objectives. Now, I do believe the game will still allow you to continue after your objectives have been completed. So the question is, do we want to go until the objectives are completed and then end the series, or do we want to then set our own objectives? Like, you know, finish off the Dutch, take out the Danish, finish off France, maybe take the Swiss out, maybe the Papal States. I don't fancy a complete conquer the map, because that'd be cool. That'd be a hell of a thing, and yeah, that's probably too in depth for a video series to really do justice. So yeah, I think maybe let me know your thoughts and comments. Should we end it once we complete the campaign goals, or should we set ourselves a couple more goals, like capture all of Italy, or yeah, draw a line up here, and then we'll have everything on this side of the map. Maybe not Portugal, because Portugal are doing okay. But yeah, let me know your thoughts and sort of throw some suggestions out there. There's interesting to hear your feedback on that one. I really would. But for now, we've got an army hiding in the woods, ready to move on Stuttgart or Luzerne here. Or Luzerne, I don't know how you pronounce that. We've also got an army here in Torino, which we could maybe move on to Milan or straight over to Venice. But it makes sense to try and hit Milan, as it's kind of between us. We've captured Corsica today. So we'll just get that settled down. We'll get some troops created there, and then we'll move this army maybe to attack the Papal States. Who knows? Who knows what wild and erratic maneuvers we will do in the future. But for now, we'll leave it there. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you're enjoying this. Let me know your thoughts in the section below, and I'll see you next time. Thanks. Bye bye.